I hope everyone is well. It's been quite a while since we relied on video to communicate. Obviously, we can go out and about and meet in shul, but because of the circumstances, I do think it's important to get a wider message. Since last Shabbos, Shmini Atzeres, we've been somewhat numb, shocked, very sad, anxious because of what's going on in Eretz HaKodesh. It's a very difficult time, and we all want to be connected and feel that there's a sense of achdus, unity, solidarity with Achenu Beis Yisrael, with all of the Jews, our brothers and sisters, definitely in Eretz Yisrael and across the globe. When we have threats here at home and again across the world when it comes to Hamas, Yimach Shalom, and days of rage and jihad, etc., that only adds to our concern, our worries for security. So I just want to share with you what we're doing now at Shul with regard to security. We did try to communicate the message that we have increased guards for the Shabbos, and going forward, we have a guard for Shachris during the week. We have a new policy for Mincha Marav during the week. We have to keep the doors closed and locked. We are working on a new security system that will enable people to open with a very special code that will not be shared and be useful aside from during davening times. We have enlisted volunteers to help us over the course of Shabbos to make sure that we have extra eyes and ears. We want to be as safe as possible. At the same time, we want to be able to daven. We want to be able to have our life cycle events. There's a bar mitzvah tomorrow at Shul. We want to be able to have our shiurim and have our social events. So it's a delicate balance. I also want to speak to the fact that we take our guidance from obviously Gedolei Yisrael when it comes to the religious, spiritual response. We are following national organizations, whether it's the Orthodox Union, the Aguda, special voices that are able to share with us security issues. We're trying our best to keep up and do whatever we can to help the effort. On an individual level, we can say Tehillim. We can't underestimate that one person's Tehillim, who knows what difference that makes in Shamayim when it comes to helping the soldiers who are definitely in a very dangerous situation, or for the Israeli citizens that are living in their own communities when it comes to the rockets. So, as we said, we all have our work that we can do to participate. It's very important, again, that we have Ahavas Yisrael, that we're not critical of each other, that we're supportive of each other, respectful of each other. That makes a big difference. If there's one thing that can be said, especially in Eretz Yisrael, since this crisis began, is that all of the division and the polarization has been it's been ameliorated. It's been definitely softened because there's a common cause now. And that's something that should only continue. For words of chizuk, the final message is, we say it's an Eis Tzarahi Yaakov. It's a pasuk in Yirmiyah. It's a difficult time for the Jewish people, for Yaakov. But the rest of the pasuk is even more important. Mimena yivasheya. And from it we will be saved. It's a nevuah, it's a prophecy in Yirmiyah that eventually all of the suffering will end. Very uplifting psukim, that the yoke from our neck will be lifted. V'avdu as Hashem, will be able to serve Hashem. We'll have Mashiach. Ve'ata al tira abdi Yaakov. And we shouldn't be afraid. It's one thing to be concerned and to be anxious, but we should never be afraid. Num Hashem ki hineni moshiacha merachok. Because Hashem says that what seems to be so distant, so far away, the Yeshua, the salvation is coming, the captivity will end, v'shaket v'sha'anan v'imachari, and there'll be quiet, and there'll be moments of serenity that will follow. And that's what we're hoping for. So we all have our parts, our roles to stay together. It's a delicate balance to know exactly how to navigate it. But again, we're following the guidance from many important voices, Gedolim, organizations, security, and we should all band together and feel that we have the common cause. And as we said, that from this Eis Tzara, there should be Mimenu Yivasheya, there should be a great Yeshua. Wish everybody a good Shabbos and a very safe Shabbos.